Back in Buffalo, we are proud to report that Channel 4 and the HERMAN Badillo School have joined forces. News 4's Marie Rice reports on how the union can benefit students at that school.
You have to wait a few seconds. Mr. Newberg points at us.
The size of the HERMAN Badillo School's television studio is somewhere between a shoebox and a closet.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
But it's hands-on experience for school anchor person Fernando Correa. He's already learned it's wise to critique your work in order to get better.
I look at the way I act, the way I talk, and the way I'm dressed.
Today, students here learn their school and WIVB-TV are now partners. The two partners have agreed to help students by providing them with information, guidance, role models, and hands-on experience. News 4's Rich Newberg offered encouragement to anyone who might be interested in broadcast journalism.
You're going to meet some of the anchor people and the sports people and the meteorologists firsthand. And I want to tell you, I'm here today that these jobs are within your grasp.
The partnership agreement was signed by WIVB-TV President and General Manager Lou Verruto, Principal David Caban, Superintendent Dr. James Harris, and Mayor Anthony Masiello.
And I think today's partnership is another example of a great corporate partner in WIVB Channel 4 coming to this school, giving all of you young children an opportunity to grow.
8th grader Daniel Martinez taped today's big announcement. He's also a volunteer at the school's television studio.
I hook up, switch the TV off and on when I need it.
Many students are anxious to tour the Channel 4 studios. What would you like to see there?
Oh, lots of things. I don't really know, but I'll probably know like when I get there.
And Fernando, our 8th grade anchor person, said his peers tell him he's pretty brave to stand up in front of a camera. And still other students say he's really lucky. Fernando says when he visits our studios, he'd be anxious to find out how we go live from a studio into people's homes. So Rich and Jackie, I think we'll have to introduce him to engineer Gary Shout.
Yeah, we're not sure how that happens.
Do you know how that works? By the way, your Spanish was very, very good. Much better than mine was today.
Thank you.
Well, does Fernando say he gets nervous in front of the camera?
Are you two ready for this? His answer was, not really.
Oh. Well, he'll have one of our jobs one of these days, that's for sure.
Right.
The Badillo Beat with Fernando Correa. A look at what's happening in our world, in the HERMAN Badillo Academy, and in our community.
Buenos dias, and welcome to the Badillo Beat. A beat in news means you cover something in an area, then you share it with the world. All this is happening thanks to our friends at Channel 4. We have a partnership. A partnership deal was signed as most of the school looked on. Channel 4 President and General Manager Lou Verruto agreed to involve students in projects with Channel 4. Mayor Masiello, School Superintendent Harris, and our Principal David Caban also made it official.
Today, communications is everything. We live in an international marketplace. By the time you're adults, we'll be communicating with all parts of the world every single day vis-a-vis TV and journalism and computers and telecommunications. And you're going to have an opportunity at this stage in your life to be taught by some of the best.
But here at HERMAN Badillo, we already had a head start in telecommunications.
Unless in titles given, you can just see the...
We videotape many events at our school for our own station, but we realize it's a long way to go from where we are to a professional level.
But I can tell you one thing, unless you go for it, unless you want it badly enough and work for it, it is not going to come to you, even though you have entry into our station. All we can offer you is the opportunity to see what television is all about.
That same night, all of Western New York got to see what our partnership was all about. And we also made the news on Channel 4.
Fernando says when he visits our studios, he'd be anxious.
Reporter Marie Rice showed the signing ceremony and a little bit of our TV operation at our school.
Well, does Fernando say he gets nervous in front of the camera?
Are you two ready for this? His answer was, not really.
Oh. Well, he'll have one of our jobs one of these days, that's for sure.
Right.
I don't think Rich and Jackie have anything to worry about, at least for now.
photographer Tom Vetter tell us the first important thing about writing for television.
What does his face tell you?
You have to write to the pictures. This picture is of a man whose candidate lost the election.
That one face is, oh man, we lost.
Close it.
It takes a lot of people and equipment to tell stories and put on a newscast.
Take two. And stand by camera one.
We watched behind the scenes as the new newscast unfolded.
10, coming out to stocks.
Everything happened so fast, and yet everyone seems to work so well together.
Stand by sound in 5.
But problems can happen. We're surprised that even Carol Jason can sometimes be nervous.
I get nervous over things that I can't see. And I can't see people who are watching at that time. Plus, there's no place to hide here. You can't just suddenly disappear out of range of the camera.
But the director, who is putting the newscast on the air, says he doesn't worry about things that could go wrong.
I used to when I first started, and of course, when you're starting something difficult and very hard, you would be nervous and scared. But over the years, everything that could possibly happen on the air has happened.
By the time it was all over, we were amazed at how much work it took to put a newscast on the air.
Stand by.
We realized we had a lot to learn before we could someday have a show of our own.
With drugs and gangsters in our community, us kids do need somebody to look up to. Our councilman, Roberto Quintana, is one of our role models.
Councilman, another big win, Councilman Quintana!
Roberto Quintana won the re-election as council member of the Niagara District and pledged to keep working for all of us.
I want to thank the people from the Niagara District for believing in me again. All of you who have helped me, God bless you. Here we go again. Yes!
We're going to have to take that building down. But we did try putting some money there to try to fix that building.
He has a tough job because there are a lot of problems in his district. What about this lot that's empty?
You know, it's unfortunate. You're right. There's a lot of those lots. You know what we're asking now people to do is, if you own the house next door to a lot like that, we'll give you the lot. The city will give you the lot for $1 if you promise to maintain that lot and keep it clean.
23 years ago, Roberto Quintana was the president of his class here at HERMAN Badillo. Mr. Quintana later would become a Buffalo police officer. He was a friend to the kids on the Lower West Side and taught them to stay away from drugs and gangs. But he knew he could do more for his community.
There was a lot of need in our community, and we really didn't have a leader in our community, and somebody had to come forward and take charge of things and try to change our community around.
Now, as a Buffalo lawmaker, he tries to make life better for the people in our community. But sometimes, as we learn firsthand, the problems seem just too much to handle.
You have a lot of young kids in this area that don't have any jobs and have nothing to do, and they see that they can make a quick buck selling crack to these prostitutes and the other degenerates that come down to this neighborhood.
We need to get more police attention, more undercover work down in this area to get rid of these drug dealers. If we're investing millions of dollars in building new houses right around the corner too, that are right next to here, it's something that we need to pay attention to, and I don't think that we're doing enough, and we need to do more.
But there are positive things happening. People are fixing up their homes and taking pride in their community.
I've lived in this new house 6 years this May, and the improvements have been slow, but finally a lot of houses have been knocked down around the corner from me. 4 new houses are put up. Home ownership is the only way it's going to clean up the neighborhood.
There are a lot of programs for senior citizens. 40 to 50 people a day receive services from Hispanic United. Every community has a share of good and bad. Mr. Quintana hopes we will be involved because we are Chamorro's leaders.
I'm looking to work with young people like yourselves to become the leaders in the future. And I can see you taking my place or taking some other place in the community. I think that one of the things we need to do for the future in order to have those leaders is start a leadership development program where we actually prepare the young people now to be the leaders tomorrow.
When the leadership program begins, we will let you know. It has been an exciting year for us. We learned more about our community and also what it takes to put on a newscast. We would like to thank Channel 4 for being our partners. This is Fernando Correa from the Badillo Beats. Hasta mañana, mi amigos.
Well, a year of hard work paid off today for some young students.
Yes, they showed their fellow students something about television news. It's called the Badillo Beat, and it grew out of a partnership with Channel 4.
The Badillo Beat.
With this new source of news added even a more upbeat flavor to the last day of school at the Herman Badillo Bilingual Academy as the entire school watched the premiere of the Badillo Beat.
Buenos dias, and welcome to the Badillo Beat.
The Badillo Beat is a student-produced news magazine program that grew out of the Channel 4 Badillo School partnership, and it paid off in big dividends backed by big dreams.
A new career that I could do in my life.
The deal was struck when WIVB-TV President and General Manager Lou Veruto pledged to make station equipment and staff available to students interested in learning about television. During the workshops that followed, the kids began to realize that there's a lot more to putting a newscast together than meets the eye of the viewer.
How to really express a person's feelings, how to make the people be attracted to the thing you're reporting on.
Photographer Tom Vetter and I spent hours and hours teaching the students the basics of television news, and they got the message. The pictures are important.
How to write to a picture when he shows a picture, because you can't talk about something without a picture.
And then the budding journalists ventured out into their community for a profile piece on Councilmember Robert Quintana, and the kids got an earful of the problems plaguing their neighborhoods.
What about this lot that's empty?
You know, it's unfortunate.
In the end, we and their teachers were hoping to deliver the most important message to the kids, the foundation for not only a career, but also a life.
Character and stick-to-itiveness and trying to do the best you can with a particular situation.
Based on their performance in this first effort, we give the kids an A+.
Graduating.
Way to go, kids. Special thanks also to Carol Walter and Kwanzaa McCall from Channel 4 who helped set up the partnership. Most of all, to the children. You're great students, a lot of talent, and we hope you go for it.
Oh, absolutely. And there have been other folks here from Channel 4 that have been involved with this project.
Yes, I want to mention Dennis Williams has conducted sports clinics at Badillo, and some of our meteorologists, including Don Paula, visited the school, and we hope, of course, the program continues into next year. The kids are fantastic.
It's been a wonderful partnership.